Girl, All Stars is back and I am here for it. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, and today I am giving you my All Stars roundup. Now, basically, for those of you who don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 4 has just begun. I know I'm a little bit late getting this video out. I do apologize, but hopefully it won't be this late in the weeks to come. But basically, I'm quite a big fan of Drag Race, and I thought that this would be a fun time for me to review all of the All Stars shows. Now, I am living for the looks this season, and I just wanted to give you my little rundown of which ones were my favorites, etc, etc, etc. If you're new to my channel, then hello, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hopefully you will like it, and please, if you are a Drag Race fan, I want to hear from you guys. Do drop your comments in the section down below. Let's get together, let's have a bit of a chin wag, let's talk it all out. I want to know your views on the show. For those of you who don't know what Drag Race is, basically it's a bunch of drag queens who get together and battle it out to win the crown and to win $100,000. But in All Stars, you actually get to win $10,000 tips along the way. But the consequence of that is you gotta send a sister home. So like it's quite hard, you know, it's quite tough, but it's a nice little twist on the original Drag Race. I absolutely love it. It creates more drama, and I'm all about the drama. So let's get started. So we're gonna start off with Monique Hart. I cannot stress to you how happy I am that Monique Hart is in All Stars, because she is flipping funny. She cracks me up. Just like her face, the way that she's always like widening her eyes at everything. She just makes me laugh. She absolutely cracks me up. So kicking off with her first outfit, very regal. She looked very much like the Queen of Hearts, if you will. Looking slightly religious as well. I couldn't quite see exactly what that patch was on the front of her attire, but it looked very sort of religious looking. But I did love all of the florals that she had going on, and of course she had to have her ass out. But it did look very good, I have to say. I'll tell you something else. These queens, some of them, they are putting me to shame, you know, because some of them, their body is looking better than mine. I mean, I know that it's all padding, but still. I'm getting a little bit on the jealous side. But anyway, I thought that she looked absolutely fabulous, and she has definitely upped her game from the last time that we saw her, because, you know, this girl, she used to be like cutting and trimming her clothes as she's going down the runway, you know. So she ain't cheap no more. You can see that, you know, she has money. She has some cash now. Trinity the Tuck Taylor strutted in next. Listen, I have never seen something so crazily creative. I've never seen a whole dress made out of like cable ties. Like, what? Do you know what? In my opinion, she's the only person who could ever pull that off, because I most certainly couldn't. But I thought that she looked absolutely fabulous in that lime green against that bright orange hair. Listen, you couldn't take your eyes off her, really, to be honest. I thought that she looked stunning. I mean, the choker that she had, I don't know if I would have kept that on. I probably would have lost that if it was me. But I loved the silhouette of the dress, and I loved that every time that she moved, the dress moved with her as well. So yeah, I like dresses that have quite a lot of movement to them, so I was very excited for that. And even though lime green and orange are a bit of a clash, it kind of worked with Trinity because it goes with her really quirky personality. I really grew to like Trinity in her season, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to bring this time. Legs, what's on the menu? Legs, what's on the menu? I tell you something, Naomi Smalls, she knows how to rock her brand. The legs, though. Those legs are most certainly looking taller than they were last season. And I'll tell you something else that's changed. The lips, though. I mean, girl, how much filler do you have? Like, they were like out here. Like, they were beyond ridiculous. But lips aside, if you can move past them, because they were huge, I thought that her outfit was absolutely gorgeous. However, I'm not sure if it was big enough for an All Stars entrance. Like, this is your second time around, isn't it? Like, this is your second time to really make like a massive impression. And as pretty as this was, I mean, you know me, I love my pastel. I love lavender. You know, that's something that I definitely would rock, but I just didn't think that it was enough for All Stars. That being said, she looked absolutely stunning and the legs were on point. So yeah, I still loved it. I just thought that it could have been a little bit bigger. Monet Exchange. Now, she did look absolutely beautiful, I have to say. I loved her makeup. It was very nice and just, you know, pretty. Just very simple and pretty. Her hair was gorgeous. I loved that hair. I would love to have a wig made like that. I really liked her leotard. Legs looked gorgeous as well. They looked thick and they looked toned. They just looked fabulous. But again, for me, underwhelming for a second entrance. I wanted to see more, and I know that she has more. Girl, give me more. As for Gia Gunn, she also went down the kind of sort of Hail Mary, roses, religious sort of route, which I actually did quite like. I liked her golden crown of thorns that she had on her head. But as you kind of go down the ensemble and you get to those denim boots with all those pearls draping all over them, I don't know, like the two just didn't really sort of marry up for me. So yeah, I was a fan of it until I got to her thighs and then down to the boots. Like, me personally, I'm not a really big fan of those kind of boots anyway, but they certainly didn't go with that top that she had on, in my personal opinion. But hey, it's drag, so anything goes. Now, Pheromone, as whiny as she is, you can't deny that the woman is beautiful, okay? Like, there is no denying that. I'm pretty sure that she's had her lips done extra as well. But anyway, they probably all have, to be fair. They've all got more money now. But yeah, so I adored her showgirl look. It's very, very classic Farrah. That is pretty much all that she wears. So I love everything that she wears usually. But you know, again, there could have been a bit more to this because this is your second time coming. It's your second entrance. Give me more, give me more. Like, I always want to see the best of the best when they come through the entrance, especially when it's their first entrance. That being said, I was still dazzled by it all, no matter how much it looked like Christina Aguilera. You know, like, I still absolutely loved it, and I'm living for the pink hair. Absolutely stunning. Jasmine Masters, you know what? I have to say, I actually really quite like this suit. I could never rock it because, like, I'm not big on wearing florals, right? And even if I did, I wouldn't wear like the floral top and the floral bottoms, because I don't know, it just doesn't really suit me. However, it suited her, and it definitely suited her personality. It was loud, it was proud, it was in your face. I really, really liked it on her, and I loved her hair as well. Even if it was just like a little shake and go wig, I was living for it because it looked brand spanking new and it looked really, really nice. So girl, I'm coming for your wig. Valentina. Now, I loved her face. I always love her face. She is a gorgeous queen. But the dress, I was not feeling that at all. For a start, I was waiting for a reveal of some sort because it was so puffy. I thought she was going to just drop something and then it was going to just go vroom on the floor and it's going to just be all these glitzy diamonds or whatever. But she didn't open the dress, you know, there was no reveal. So she just looked like a jellyfish for the whole time. I really didn't like it. You know, I know some people were absolutely living for that outfit, but I really wasn't. It wasn't doing it for me at all. I wanted to see something happen with it because I thought if it's going to be that puffy, it's got to be puffy for a reason. And it wasn't. It was just a puffy black PVC dress. All right. But her face looked good. Manila slayed it. I love the fact that she turned up in her iconic Big Bird attire dead. Like, that killed me. I thought she was absolutely hilarious. I love that there was like tire marks across her and blood, and like even Big Bird's eyes were like X's. Like, Big Bird was well and truly dead. I thought it was really, really cool. Classic Manila. You know, she's very sort of like artsy and she always goes the extra mile. This is what I'm looking for. She was giving me more. This is what I wanted. Yes, Manila. As for Latrice, absolutely living for her hair. It looked photoshopped. It looked perfect. Loved, loved, loved. I will be coming for your wig as well, Latrice. However, the dress, I don't know. I feel that it kind of aged her a bit. It was a little bit grannified for me personally. That's something that I definitely would have seen my nan wearing back in the day. I think that she can do better than that. She definitely can do better than that. Nice to see that she's gotten her teeth done, hasn't she? Because I thought, hang on a second, they look white and they look different. I have no idea how long ago that she had them done, or whether she's just wearing flippers or whatever it is that they call them, but she looked good. She looked really, really good. I personally just wasn't really a big fan of the dress. Maybe if it was in a different color. I think maybe that the shade of purple was a bit too browny. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit too browny, too grapey. So like it kind of just sort of blended in with her skin tone a bit too much. Maybe something a bit brighter. If all else fails, just go with blue, innit? Because blue just looks the best on her. So the challenge was a talent competition. So the ones that stood out for me were, let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna say Pheromone, not because of the actual talent itself, because, you know, the burlesque element of it was okay. It wasn't the greatest. She would just sort of walk over here, take something off, walk over there, take something off. So I wasn't that impressed by the actual talent. But the outfit though, girl, can we just, that complete rainbow rhinestoned glittered up, oh my good lord, I was dying when I saw that. Honestly, oh god, it almost gave me a heart attack. It was amazing, absolutely stunning. So if nothing else, she was great to look at until she slipped and fell on her ass. That looked painful. It looked painful because when she got up, not only was she shaken, like confidence wise, but even when she's trying to like shake her bum and all the rest of it, you can see that she's in pain. You know, she's hurting. So I did feel really, really sorry for her about that. It was just unfortunate. It is what it is. You know, she tripped up on her skirt, slipped on the floor, boom, bam. It happened. But at least she looked gorgeous doing it. I have to say, I was very, very impressed with Manila's talent of drawing the vase of flowers upside down, because you couldn't tell what she was doing until she turned it until she turned it the right way around, stood aside, then you could see the plant pot, and then she went behind the easel, whipped off her dress, and then it changed into a flowery dress that matched the painting. Like, so much thought went into that, and because it was set to music as well, like everything was really, really well timed. I also loved that her starting outfit was a nod to Bob Ross, who we all know and love. You know, like one of the greatest painters of our time. And yeah, I just thought it was just really, really clever, really well thought out. Like, that to me is talent. So yeah, well done, Manila. I loved it. Someone else who I thought had really thought out their talent was Trinity, because she did like a whole song about tucking. Now, was it Gia? I think it was Gia who was saying how you know, tucking isn't a talent, and it's like, well, it actually is. I mean, it's not easy to take your balls and just like hoik them up into your crack and duct tape it. Like that is a talent. I would class that as a talent. But also, it wasn't just sorry to cut the image down in my head. Thanks for that. But yeah, it wasn't just about tucking being the talent. It was the way that she delivered it. So she'd written out this song, she performed the song, and she had, like, you know, the whole setup and everything. Even her skirt, it had loads of like colourful duct tape on it. I didn't even realise it until I looked at the outfit again properly, which I thought was really, really clever. Whipped off her skirt to reveal her absolutely perfect tuck. Like, she has the best tuck out of everybody, hands down. That is her brand. She was representing it. I was really, really impressed by that. I also loved the fact that Monique Hart came out with her brown cow stunning, because that's what everyone remembers her for. Even my own 3-year-old will say brown cow stunning. Like, that's just become like his little thing now, what he says. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves her for it. And yeah, I really liked the song, and I thought that her performance was great. Her performance has really, really come up since the season that she was on. I really was very impressed, and she wasn't wearing giraffe this time. She was actually wearing brown cow, and it was stunning. Valentina looked absolutely drop dead gorgeous. She looked a lot like Beyonce actually in her outfit and her hair and everything, and just the way that she's performing. It was very Beyonce-esque. And it was really good to see that she actually could lip sync, because as we all know, she went out because she didn't even take off the mask. Because she thought that she didn't have to lip sync. She was like, well, I'm too good for this. I'm not going to even bother to even learn the words because I'm just way too good. Girl, you going home. But it was really good to see that she could come on here and redeem herself. However, that's a drag queen basic. Like, everybody should be able to lip sync. So I did want to see more than just a lip sync. But that being said, she just did look absolutely gorgeous. And she does kind of rest on pretty. So, you know, it's the brand, I suppose. I thought that Gia looked absolutely beautiful as well, and I loved all the little tricks that she was doing with her fans. Looked absolutely stunning. I do love me a confetti reveal, so I was living for all of that coming out of her umbrella. So yeah, that was really, really nice. Latrice is very skilled with those flags too, and for her to be able to do that in an environment where there are like lights hanging from like every corner, you know, the fact that she didn't hit anything was nothing short of a miracle. I do wish though that her hair was bigger. I don't know, like, I'm not a big fan of when it's like so like kind of close to her head. I like it when she's got big voluptuous hair. That's the Latrice that I love. But that aside, yeah, you know, she did it all very well, but there were parts where she wasn't actually lip syncing, and that kind of annoyed me a little bit. Also, Monet Exchange, the sponge, we've seen it all before so many times. Like, I kind of feel like, yeah, okay, you've done it now, maybe put that down and let's see something else. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she rinsed that sponge, no pun intended, like there was no tomorrow. So yeah, I kind of feel like we've seen it now, so let's move on. Also, what was up with her vocals at the beginning? They were a little bit off, but yeah, I wasn't most thrilled with that. Naomi Smalls comes out giving it all the legs, of course, looking absolutely stunning, until she removed the top part of her wig just to reveal just like this bald head. Like, some people will say it's fashion. Me personally, I didn't like it. I thought that she looked like some sort of mad scientist when she did that. I wasn't too impressed. Also, Jasmine, honey child, what was that? So Jasmine decided to do stand-up comedy, and she didn't even like jot anything down. There was no sort of like skeleton, if you will, for her to follow. So it didn't really go anywhere. So she was just talking about some guy whose breath smelled like ass. And it's like, okay. And then, you know, like, where are we going with this? So it was just basically just talking about how bad that his breath smelled, and that, you know, they could never be together because his breath smelled like ass. It's like, okay. And then what? I wasn't surprised to see her in the bottom two. And also Farrah, unfortunately, because she fell, it was a given that she was going to be put in the bottom two. As for the lip sync, I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Shout out to Monique Hart, who just flung her head back and like the wig came off. Classic Monique. But it's just, I'm trying to remember, did she throw it? She threw it, didn't she? I think that she threw it. I think she lifted up her head and then threw it. That's it, yeah, because she would have had to have thrown it for it to reach all the way up there. It just went up into the rafters and it was just like hanging, but all this glitter had like come out of it. I thought it was a brilliant reveal, but I think I would have preferred it if she had another wig on underneath, because I do like to see the queens still have hair on if they're going to be doing a wig reveal. I'm not a big fan of them whacking off their wig and then you just see the bar lead with, like, you know, the remnants of tape, etc, etc. But that being said, I thought she was flipping hilarious. You know, she really did give it her all. It may not quite have gone with the song, which is probably the reason why Trinity won, because her performance was more emotional, which is obviously what the song was about. But for pure comedy value, I gave it to Monique because I thought she was hilarious. You could tell that Trinity really didn't want to have to send Jasmine home. She didn't want to have to send anybody home. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You get your 10 grand, but you got to send someone home. So, but to be fair, I think that she sent home the right person, because when they were talking about it backstage, Farrah was obviously crying all over the place, which is going to get old real quick. I can tell you that from now. And even Monique was like, listen, girl, if you keep on crying, I'm going to send you home personally. Like, Monique don't even care, innit? But like when Monique was talking to Jasmine, like Jasmine was very much like, you know, if you keep me, you keep me. If you don't, you don't, sort of thing. Like, it was almost as if she wasn't really sort of fighting for her place. And I didn't really like that, because there's so many queens out there who would love to do All Stars. Like, you're here, you need to fight for it. And if you need to be convincing Trinity and Monique, then you better grovel, you better convince and make them realize why they should be keeping you. But I don't feel like there was enough drive there. So I think if Monique had to send someone home, I reckon that she would have sent home Jasmine, because Farrah did have more fight in her than that. But yeah, so I think that Trinity made the right decision. So there you have it, my darlings. That is the end of Ayesha's All-Star Roundup. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are a Drag Race fan, then I want to hear from you. Please comment below. Let me know who you thought was the best dressed, especially for me. It has got to be Farrah Moan in her second showgirl outfit. Oh! Girl, it was amazing. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of the lip sync. Let me know what you thought of their challenges. I want to hear from all of you. If you enjoyed this video, then please do give it a big fat thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss another video. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.